Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Ronnie Gharibian, 43 years of Glendale residence. Been a commissioner for the last 8 years, the city of Glendale. Been advocate for about 15 years with the city to so many nonprofit organizations. One thing we need to be concerned with, obviously, growth. Yes, we need it, everybody does, but balance. Has to be smart growth. At the same time, we do have issues. The city is going in a different direction. Budget has become an issue. Safety, obviously, I am endorsed for Glendale and fire unions. I'm the only non-incumbent who's endorsed by them. And just last week, Glendale Employment Employees Union endorsed me as well. The reason because I bring logic, common sense to the city. It's not just one size fits for everyone. We have to listen to everyone, especially the community. High density residents, yes, the city pours it to us. But last time I checked in Glendale, nobody's homeless because they couldn't find a place to live.
Well, none of us are experts on running such place. So definitely we needed a committee or someone who has a track record, who's done this before, who's financially responsible for it as well. At the same time can operate efficiency and talk to the community, get the input, listen to the community, what is it they want. We can't run such a place. I remember in 1986 maybe, I had a banquet here, dances. We used to come here and we would have dances for our teenagers. And I was one of them. And it was great. We have DJs, people come and dance with teenagers here. It was a great opportunity, I remember that. But times have changed. Now something has to be done. But if you use the right people who are responsible and financially they can back it up, but at the same time they can listen to the community, operate it, as he said, we don't want to ban Helen here anymore, media. They're not around anyway. But at the same time, yes, we have to have someone else go on it who has a track record, who's just not, and give the option, give the opportunity to others. It cannot be just one person or a business owner. We have to make sure it's out there, people can bid on it, and we have to choose the best person who can lead this. Glendale is 35.6 square miles. 3 parking lots, leave them alone. There are other places we can build housing if the state mandates. But we have to be careful. If we don't plan reporting them thoughtfully, state could come in and do something about it. So it is not just saying no, we also have to protect them. Protect them in a way, talking to the community. What is it you want there? Just parking? Fine, as long as we don't get additional pressure, we lose control, somebody else builds it without city's approval. So we have to thoughtfully plan it. But density, residents on these 3 parking lots, absolutely not. We have 30 square miles to look at it where else we can put residential housing. I did my opening statement. I don't think anyone looking for a housing in Glendale that they can't find a place to rent or buy. Buying, yes, it's an issue. We don't have enough houses, condos, or newlyweds, starter homes, that we have a shortage of. Or rentals, we don't have a shortage. Apartments.com, you don't have to do that. MLS, there's so many ads. If you look at it, there's a lot of properties, locations for rent. We have enough vacancies. So we're not short of rentals. State has it as an overall. Maybe some cities do. Glendale doesn't have that problem, at least not now. We don't have to rush on building to partner buildings for rentals that at the moment we don't have the need for it. As an answer is no. Why not? First, all the residents, the properties that they're back in the show to watch. That's going to be dangerous. People granted, it's great for bikers, walkers, but at the same time, they're attracting unwanted people as well. You have to provide infrastructures, policing it, and you're attracting from Zoo Drive so many other unwanted people in this neighborhood. That's why it's not safe. We're not ready for it. State, as mentioned, is broke, doesn't have the money for it, even though we have to match some of it. But at the same time, the answer is no, definitely no. It doesn't do us any good, not in that location. First thing which I've been saying here for the last 3 months, we're gonna bring in all the contracts. Let's review every single contract and see which one of them need to be cut or put it back on the RFP and the new contract so we can say, we can't just sign automatically and rubber stamp it every contract this come to read.
So we need to start setting by reviewing all the contracts the city has. Besides that, our planning department. How many of you guys changed windows in the past 5 years? It used to be 3 pages long, 2 pages were photos, 1 page was the requirement. You could have got it over the counter. Now, it takes you 3 months, 20 pages long. What changed? And that's only one sample I'm giving you guys. It's even worse than that if you want to plan something and build something a bit more. There's a lot that needs to be done within our city. I wish it was only one thing I could change. As far as safety, I don't know if you guys saw it last night. I'm on the Glendale board of Glendale Police Foundation board. And last night, they went crack down with live drones and motorcyclists stopped every reckless drivers and gave them citation. This year, only the first quarter of the year, we had 30% more misdemeanor arrests. And God is up. The BRT, as I mentioned many times, from Pasadena to North Hollywood, going through Glendale does not solve the problem that the originally is intended for, people drive less. But for the same reason, we're giving it up, or at least they said it's 79, to put high density up to 9 stories. Depends how far you go up, to 6, 7, or 9. Does not match for Glendale. Glendale, we do not need 9-story residentials next to a bus station because potentially we'll have 2 or 5 or 10 passengers. Then the 50 units for 5 passengers? Come on, that doesn't make sense. Where's the logic in that? There's no common sense, there's no logic. Definitely the RT is not for Glendale. Definitely high density is 79 is okay. We need people and join the cities. And if they're not coming, we're gonna go no, and we're gonna fight. Let's move out, put it somewhere else. Not on Bragg or Glen Oaks, or Central at Glen Oaks, I should say. That's not the place to narrow down lanes, take away lanes, have more congestion, more traffic, just because potentially we'll have, which we don't even know. The study hasn't even done how many passengers will be in those buses. Thank you. As I mentioned, I'm the commissioner for the last 8 years. A few years ago, sitting on that chamber, same place the council sits, same desk, I noticed a sticker in front of us on the table. And it has 5 item notes. Be calm, be nice, be polite. I'm like, is this kindergarten? What's going on here? The new council just lost it. And they had to put a sticker in front of each one of them, which is still there, to remind them to be kind to each other. I was shocked. What happened? Where's the professionals? You need professional people so they can talk to each other. They can reason, they can understand the issues, they can sit and discuss like adults. That's all. Council members throughout the campaign would take photos. They're like, oh my God, you're gonna post this and I'm gonna get calls from other candidates. Oh, you be careful again. This is ridiculous. Professionalism, maturity, that's what you need to bring to the council so you can get the job done. I'm not there. I'm not going to kindergarten. We have to get the job done. The road belongs to everyone. Yes, we know that. There are also taxpayers. So the bikers have access to the roads. But right place, right location, has to be traffic studies, has to be asked the fire department and the police department, is it okay here? Do you have access? Congestion. So more congestion, more traffic, more people frustrated so they don't drive recklessly, and that bike gets eating mortgage. Hi, la presenta bike lane, it's almost done. I'm not sure it's done already. That is part of the bigger network, connects. Pasadena, Glendale Boulevard, Pasadena Cycling, and all going to San Diego. It's a huge network program. It is not just for the biker or the lover. It's a huge program that connects all of them. Again, you have to study it, make sure what streets we can put it on. As we said earlier, you block Grand Boulevard, they'll start going to the side streets. Cars don't go away. You just make it more difficult for them, more frustrating, more traffic, and actually more dangerous. Now, car police are rear-ending each other because they want to pass that area. So bike lanes, granted, they deserve to have bike lanes or right lanes.
the first be preeminent or the last be they always say not the last. We don't want last. That's not good. But obviously good planning. In a way, there are important issues. There are some staff thinks that they got to come there. They need to sign up. Not necessarily the first 50 minutes that you have to give them something to talk about. So I would say let's get the meeting going as soon as we know the important issues that needs to be signed off, and there are people who's going to do presentation. Right after, you can have the community versus last speaking. Ronnie Gharibian. So obviously we need balanced leadership, someone who can listen to you guys, someone with experience. 8 years on the commission, I know insides and outs of the city. I don't need 1 year or 2 years just to learn the system. I'm ready to go. Finance background, 34 years in finance. Budgets, easy. I can handle that. That's what I do. I've been involved with so many nonprofits and working with the city for the last 20 years. I'm familiar with the issues. I'm a father of 2. I'm raising kids here. They're the 3rd generation Glendale. I grew up here. I went to Hoover High School here. So Glendale, it seems inside me. I am Glendale. And we're gonna make sure we're gonna talk reasonable, talk to people, educate them, because if you're educated of what's happening, you can make educated decisions, and you can be you. Thank you.